April 20th, 1999. A normal, regular Tuesday in the lives of high school students. Some joke that it was 420, a National Pot Day. I, for one, had no clue what that meant or why that was the day that was chosen. What I do know is that that day changed the world. In Columbine, Colorado, 2 students walked into school with the intent to hurt as many people as possible. They had bombs, guns, and no reason to want to walk out of the school alive. I refuse to say their names because most of the time we focus on the killer and not the victims. We put the evil person in the spotlight and give them what they want. So I, for one, will not say their names. They walked into their high school, just like my high school, with one thing on their mind: death. I'll never forget the images from TV, students running, crying, jumping from the second story, and the killers walking around the cafeteria will forever be in my mind. The question was asked by Newsweek, why? Time called them the monsters next door and wrote about the Columbine tapes. We wore yellow ribbons and cried for the dead. Yet I'll never forget how it didn't seem to change anything. I went to school the next day like nothing had happened. Our school didn't change the locks, make sure the doors were locked, check anyone for something that they shouldn't have had. Heck, I grew up in a small West Texas town where my guy friend still had the shotgun from the weekend in the truck. No one worried about any of it. Even after the massacre, we still didn't worry. Nothing seemed to change. But why? So we could continue to have countless shootings in the U.S. over the next 23 years? Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. There have been 380 school shootings since Columbine, with the most recent, the worst, Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas. This one gets me emotional. 19 students, elementary age, and 2 teachers died because we have learned nothing. As a teacher, our security has gotten better. Some schools have metal detectors, others have campus police. We've improved the structure of our school to help prevent these tragedies, but at what point do we stop saying thoughts and prayers and get out and do something about it? We have to be more vigilant about mental health and how people get a hold of these things. I will stop and put a disclaimer here. I'm not against the Second Amendment. I have no problem with your right to own a gun and protect what is yours. What I struggle with is how easy it is to get one, how many guns people think they need to own, and how young children gain access to them. How we don't regulate those who don't need access to them. Hate is the true reason that these crimes were committed, plain and simple. But every single one of the major school shootings had a killer who showed signs of problems to begin with, and we, as a society, did nothing about it. We let our thoughts and prayers be the answer. We can't take away their guns became the narrative. We refused to address the problem. Mental health is a problem. We must address it. We can't keep hiding our noses in the sand and ignoring it. We have to start regulating these things. Congress constantly takes one of 2 sides, either take away all their guns or shouldn't take anything away. It's the first thing they say after a tragedy. What Congress needs to do is decide how we're going to protect these innocent, sweet children whose parents entrust us every day to protect and keep them safe.